Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. This video is going to be important because one of the things that I always tell my students is to develop the reading habit, and the reading habit specifically with regard to a newspaper. यानी कि हर रोज कोई भी अंग्रेजी का अखबार आपको पढ़ना चाहिए सिर्फ मात्र 15 मिनट के लिए. Okay, 15 minutes make it a reading habit, and in this video I'm going to tell you how exactly you can gain from this practice. Let me tell you this. I started reading the newspaper when I was in class 4. And I'm not joking. I was in class 4 when I started reading the newspaper. I started with the sports page. I used to read the newspaper headlines in school during the morning assembly. So it became a habit. And over a period of time, you started developing interest. And thereafter, you didn't have to mug up any rules of grammar because you read so much. Apart from the newspapers, I also read a lot. Because you ended up having a good reading habit, you didn't have to mug up the rules of grammar. So many of the things you would end up scoring full marks because you knew the sound of the thing, right? So that I think is a major advantage. And I'll tell you why you should read newspapers is also because it will make you aware. The awareness quotient is going to be extremely important because आपको पता चलेगा कि दुनिया में और देश में हो क्या रहा है. Make a newspaper your friend on a daily basis just for 15 minutes because the newspaper will give you ideas to write in your formal letters in the English language paper. Because you will be reading the newspaper, you will be familiar with what is happening. It will help you in a subject like civics. It will help you in a subject like geography, right? And in any case, it helps you develop your speaking skills. You are in a group, it will help you, give you ideas to engage in a conversation, in an intelligent conversation. See, because let me tell you one thing, और आपने कई जगह पर ये देखा होगा, there are some kinds of people who will talk bakwas, who will come and speak for half an hour. Body language, everything will be fine, but the crux of the matter will be very, very lowest common denominator. There will be certain other kind of people who will speak in an extremely engaging manner. And at the end of listening to that person, you will feel ki, I learned something from this person. I got to know something new from this person. That's the kind of person you should aim to become. When you develop your public speaking skills, and more importantly, the content of what you speak is so engaging and so attractive that it helps you network better. And you will realize the importance of what I'm saying as you grow up, not just when you are 14, 15, 16, 17, but when you are 22, 25, you will realize that, that's what he used to say. This is what it could have helped me if I had developed my base right from the age of 13, 14. So a 15-minute daily habit is all I say you need to engage in order to become better, in order to become better than all your peers. That's what it happens. So what I have done today is to pick up some newspaper items. और आपको मैं बताऊंगा कि आप हर newspaper item से, even if you don't read the entire newspaper item, even if you read the headlines, there is so much to learn. There is so much to learn on a daily basis. और अगर आप headlines ही सिर्फ पढ़ेंगे तो 15 मिनट भी नहीं लगेंगे. 5 मिनट का सवाल है, right? That much for your own development, I'm sure you can spend, right? So the first headline, this is from the Hindu newspaper today. That is the 21st of August, 2023. Pulses prices may spiral as deficient rain mars sowing. Now, what exactly is being conveyed? This is an item relating to the prices of pulses, यानी कि दाल के prices, दाम के बारे में बात हो रही है. It is saying that the prices will spiral. Spiral का मतलब it will increase. Okay, it will increase. That is, prices of pulses, dal, will increase. This is the top headline story in the Hindu today. Okay, deficient is another. So you will realize that instead of increase, you can use spiral as a synonym. Comprehension ke question mein aapse 2 marks ke questions will come on synonyms. So if you get a question saying that in the passage they have used the word increase, and you say, and in the question it comes that, choose a word that means spiral. Would you be able to make the connection? That's how reading can help you. I'm just giving a straight example from today's newspaper. Deficient means less rainfall. So again, less ka synonym, deficient. That is, when rainfall is less than expected, less than normal, you call it deficient rainfall, right? Mar's sowing. Mar's means it has spoiled. Now, mar is the verb. Okay. Mar's sowing. Sowing is, of course, as you know from your geography chapter, it is the process of agriculture. It is one of the steps in your agriculture season. Now, Mar's sowing means it has spoiled the entire sowing process because of rain. The deficient rain, the farmers have not been able to sow it on time, and that will lead to a deficit as far as pulses production is concerned. Kam production hogi, to obviously daam badenge. That is what is being conveyed. So from one headline, you can learn 1, 2, and 3 things. Isn't that great? Isn't that absolutely great? Let's move on. Red corner notice. This is from the Times of India today. Red corner notice to help smoke out arsenic plotter. Now, there is a crime story about someone who does something shady with regard to arsenic. The important phrase that I wanted you to look at is smoke out. Smoke out का मतलब वो कहीं छुपा हुआ है, उसको smoke out करना है. ये तो आपके prepositions में आ सकता है, right? And this is specifically for class 12 students and class 11 students. Okay, ISC, smoke out. You know, उस समय पे smoke off लिख के आओगे and then you'll keep on arguing why can't it be smoke off. Smoke out means to get a person कहीं छुपकर कहीं बैठा हुआ है, he has gone underground, उसको निकालने के लिए रेड कॉर्नर नोटिस मींस इंटरपोल का रेड कॉर्नर नोटिस पूरी दुनिया में इट हैज बीन अनाउंस्ड in order to help smoke out arsenic plotter, someone who has done something hideous and unlawful with regard to arsenic. Okay, so one more headline, you have learned a fourth thing with regard to an idiom, with regard to a phrasal verb, also how to use the smoke out. Okay, this is from a political story. Rajasthan Congress truce likely to hold. Gehlot camp quiet as pilot enters CWC. I am not discussing politics out here. I am discussing the English in the headline. Truce likely. Truce का मतलब संधि. मतलब कि basically both sides have decided that okay, हम अभी नहीं लड़ेंगे. So Ashok Gehlot, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Sachin Pilot, who was the earlier PCC Chief of Rajasthan, also the former Deputy Chief Minister, Rajesh Pilot's son, they are likely to call a truce means हम झगड़ा नहीं करेंगे. Let's work together in order to help the Congress party win in the November-December elections. Truce is, that's what truce means. So this is word number 5 you have learned. Likely to hold. Now, normally you would think that hold का मतलब किसी को पकड़ना होता है, right? But यहाँ पर पकड़ने की बात नहीं हो रही है. Hold का मतलब that it will stay. It has been used in the sense that the friendship, the peace formula, that the fact that they will not fight with each other will stay at least till the elections. And Sachin Pilot has been nominated. He has been made a member of the Congress Working Committee, which is the highest decision-making body. And Ashok Gehlot camp has not raised any kind of objections to it. So this is why they are saying that it is likely to hold. On the basis of that, they have given this kind of a headline. The fourth one is again related to the same thing. Ahead of Rajasthan election. Now, this is a headline, so that's why they made it Raj election. Pilot makes it to CWC. इसमें कोई problem नहीं है. Makes it. Now, makes it. वो होता है ना, India makes it to the semi-finals of the World Cup. अभी Asia Cup का team announce हुआ है. World Cup का team September 5 को announce होगा, right? तो उसमें Tilak Verma has been chosen in the Asia Cup squad. So what will be the headline? Please write it in the comment section. What will be the headline? Using makes it that you will write with regard to Tilak Verma now being part of the Asia Cup squad. Likh ke batao. Let me see how many of you get it right. That Tilak Verma is now part of the Asia Cup. Makes it ka matlab wo bhi shamil ho gaya. Sachin Pilot bhi CWC mein shamil ho gaya. Similarly, Tilak Verma bhi Asia Cup ke 50 over one day international का जो Asia Cup है format में जो खेला जाएगा उसमें शामिल हो गया. So please write it in the comment section. Let me see. This is your test. Okay. BRS will, now this is a political story from Telangana. BRS will return to power with more seats, asserts KCR. This is also from the Hindu newspaper. The earlier ones were from the Times of India. I think one of them was from Express. BRS will return to power with more seats. No problem. Asserts KCR, the Chief Minister of Telangana, who has also announced his list of candidates just a while ago. Asserts means emphasizes. So asserts is being used in the sense of he emphasizes कि हम ज्यादा सीट जीतेंगे इस बार के चुनाव में पिछले चुनाव के मुकाबले. So assertive, it is assertive sentence, and assertive KCR is what he's saying. That's what it means. Differences to the fore. Now, Elendu is a place in Telangana. Differences to the fore. Politics की बात नहीं हो रही है. I'm talking about the English. Differences to, this is from the New Indian Express. Differences to the fore. यानी कि differences उभर कर आई हैं. When you say that, you know, the differences in the senior management has come to the fore. यानी कि अभी तक सब undercover था, किसी को मालूम नहीं था, but अभी सबके सामने झगड़ा हो गया, so the differences have come to the fore. सबको पता चल गया, right? Differences to the fore. So just see, in just a matter of what, about 6, 7, 8 headlines, how many new words and phrases and phrasal verbs you have learned, right? Now, it could be a fill in the blanks, differences dash to the fore. Only if you know the phrase will you be able to get it right, right? That's why I say the advantage. The more you read, it will register in your subconscious mind. आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, आप किसी डिक्शनरी में देखेंगे या किसी थिसॉरस में सिनोनिम्स एंटोनिम्स के लिए देखेंगे या गूगल करके चेक करेंगे कि इसका क्या मतलब है, इसको सेंटेंस में कैसे इस्तेमाल करना होता है. आप उसका इस्तेमाल बोलचाल में, बातचीत में, लिखने में यूज करेंगे. हो गई, ये आपके वोकैबुलरी का भाग बन गया. It becomes part of your vocabulary. That's how you enrich your vocabulary. All those students who say, tell me how to improve my vocabulary. I always say one thing, reading. Reading is the only way you can improve your vocabulary. इसके लिए कोई टैबलेट नहीं मिलता कि ये टैबलेट खा लो और vocabulary improve हो जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं होगा. It will not happen. It has never happened. You need to constantly read in order to improve. It is not a one-day match. It is not a T20 match. Well, it's not even a test match. It's a long process wherein you improve your vocabulary, and it's a continuous process. I learn new words almost on a daily basis. Oh, I didn't know that this word, this phrase could be used like this. And you use it, you reuse it in your writing, you use it in your speaking, and lo and behold, you are good with it, right? You're comfortable. It's no longer an alien word. Okay. Now, this was an opinion piece in the Hindu newspaper. Why Shimla is crumbling? You know, a lot of landslides, etc., have taken place as far as Shimla is concerned, Himachal Pradesh, because of the monsoon this time. So a headline like this, now it doesn't mean that the whole city is crumbling, but a title like this, it kind of gives you an idea. Now, when you give the creative title in the notice in your ICSE class 9 and 10, this is what you need to bear in mind. Is your title conveying, and is it catchy enough? Now, this title, I chose it specifically because not that there is any new word in it, but because this particular title is conveying what the article is going to be about, because you would have read that, oh, Himachal, there has been a lot of rain. Shimla has seen a lot of destruction, right? It is also a creative title. Shimla is crumbling, and it kind of, attracts your attention. Oh, I want to read the story. What has the writer written? What are the reasons why Shimla is crumbling? Because that's what it says. Why Shimla is crumbling. It doesn't need a question mark. It just, it says that in this article, 5 reasons are given why Shimla is in the state that it is right now because of the monsoon. So that's what I wanted to kind of convey. I hope this has been of use to you. As I say, it's my request. It is my advice. It is my good suggestion that you should make reading a habit again. And it doesn't apply only to English. If your second language is, let's say, Hindi or Bengali or Tamil or Telugu or Kannada or Marathi or Gujarati, whatever it may be, please make it a habit to read that particular vernacular language book or newspaper as well, because the more you are at ease with the language, the more comfort you will find when you are writing in that language. Otherwise, what happens is that you keep thinking in another language and then to keep translating. That's where you go wrong with the tenses, with the verbs, with the basic construction of the sentence, right? Like one of the mistakes that many of my students made, and I had in one live session, I kept telling this in the Ashwin and the Virat group. They're saying, we all students want to visit this particular place. So I kept, and many students were writing this, we all students. We all students, they were writing because they were thinking in Hindi. Hum sabhi students. We, hum, sabhi, all students. Not required. We all is not required. You just say students of class 10th A wish to visit this particular place, the planetarium, in order to blah, 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 right? So that's what I'm saying. Do not think in another language. Develop the habit of thinking in the language that you need to write the paper in. Okay. I hope this session, you found it useful. Because this is not just about a particular chapter, a particular play. This is about how to make you better, not just with regard to the examination, but even with regard to your future when you are going to be speaking in public fora, and in group discussions, making presentations before a whole lot of people, before a board of a company. And there, if you're able to impress all those people who are present, just imagine. I mean, wouldn't it make you feel so good with yourself that, the presentation I made, the way I spoke, the choice of my words, the choice of my phrases, the way I constructed my entire argument, that impressed the bosses and I got the contract. That's what, because remember one thing, last thought, your hard skills will matter, whether you do engineering, whether you do medicine, whether you do law, your chartered accountancy, any field for that matter. Your soft skills also matter a lot. Soft skills is the way you communicate, the way you convey your ideas. You may have 100 brilliant ideas in your head, but unless and until you are able to articulate it well, unless and until you are able to express it using the right expressions, the right words, the right phrases, the messaging will not be as effective if it's not the case, right? I hope you agree with me. Thank you very much for your attention. Share, support, and subscribe. The 3S motto of SWS. Tata, bye-bye.